Okay, welcome to our team call. This is the last day of February. It's leap day, right? Yay! And I'm just super excited to be on this call. We're like really kicking off March, the next month that's coming up. And I'm excited to see what we accomplish. We've accomplished amazing things in February so far. And I wanted to give a special shout out today to Tanis and to Kelsey, because as of this past Thursday, they were both Emerald coaches. Super exciting. So please accept our congratulations. And I know this coming Thursday, we have some really awesome rank advancements we're going to celebrate as well. So it's been a really great month for the team. And I'm just so excited to see the direction it's going. You guys rock. I love you guys. I love every single person on our team. Is so important to me. I hope you guys know that. I mean that. So tonight we're going to be talking about challenge groups and about how to make them fun and interesting and keep our participants in the game and not phasing out at around week 2 and 3, like sometimes happens. And I've asked Sarah Howard to share with us what she's been doing in her groups, because I had the privilege of being in one of her groups, and it was just, the engagement was off the charts through the entire month. And so she's really doing something right. And I've asked her to share a few tips with us, and then we're going to talk some more about it. And if you guys have questions for Sarah or for me, please write them down so you don't forget, because you know how we do. We think of something and then we forget when we're on the spot. So we will open the line at the end and invite you to ask questions if you want. So I want to turn it over to Sarah without wasting any more time. And I want to just say Sarah has been a coach since July, so about 7 months. And it took her a couple months to really get going, but she really committed. And I would say, and I'm going to unmute you right now so we can chat, but I would say that with Sarah's business, it took her a couple months to get started. And then I would say you really have been working it consistently since like September, right? But it wasn't until maybe January that it really started duplicating, and you really started signing up a lot of coaches, and now your coaches are really active in signing up coaches. And I wanted to point that out because sometimes we think like, oh, we should be this overnight success, and I started working and it's, tomorrow, like, how come I haven't signed up a new coach? Like, things don't happen like that. It takes work on the front end and it takes consistency. And that's one thing that you have really done, Sarah, is like just every single day you've shown up, you've been posting, and you've been just really working it like on Facebook. And it does take a little bit of time. So I wanted to point that out, because sometimes we see people like all of a sudden just like, it seems like overnight they're doing this amazing thing. And the truth is that there's work under the surface that happened, right, for a few months. So I wanted to point that out. But now I want to turn it over to Sarah, and I'm going to ask her to share her best tips on challenge groups. And I have my notebook. I'm ready to write notes because this is something that I could use some help with too. All right, so I'm going to mute myself. Sarah, go ahead and dive in. Take it away.
All right. So what I'm going to do is kind of walk you through what I do when I first start a challenge group. Before I do my challenge group, I plan. And I feel like that has helped me a lot, because every day trying to think of something for the challenge group to do, to have them interact, is like, oh my goodness, what do I do today? So I'll put down a whole week, and I'll try to do theme days. So I'll put down the first week, the second week, and the third week. Sometimes I will reuse a theme, like Thirsty Thursdays or, Tasty Tuesdays. So I'll do a theme for each day. And I try to write down what I'm going to do for the whole 3 weeks on a sheet of paper. And then once I do that, the day of, I will post it and I will put how many points they're going to get for posting whatever the challenge is. And I try to make it fun. And then I've been using prizes because I really feel like that gets them to be like, okay, yeah, I have to post my challenge today. I have to do an after workout selfie today because I really want that prize. It doesn't have to be big prizes, but they get excited over any prize. So I've done Motivation Mondays. I've done Meme Mondays. I have done Tasty Tuesdays. Tell Me About It Tuesdays. Wednesdays, I've done Wacky Wednesdays where I had them, wear something funky and then take an after workout selfie. I've done Handstand Fridays, and I've actually had a lot of people do it, and I love it. It's so much fun. But I've gotten a lot of people just interact with me, and they'll write me and say, oh, I don't know if I could do that. And that's the way, they kind of feel like they get more comfortable with you when you talk to them one-on-one. Oh, I know you can do that. Here's the way you can do it. So it kind of gets them talking to you. There's like a dialogue, and it's not just like every day they're posting something without having any communication with you. I have them check in once a week. And then I'll post like once a week. So I'll do a prize for each week, and it's small, but it's fun. And so when I make the challenge group, I'll add one person to it. And then because you have to add one person when you make the group. And then I'll add like charts and Shakeology recipes and sample meal plans so that when they get on the challenge group, it doesn't look like just like an empty page. It actually has stuff that they can be like, oh, okay, that's awesome. Then I'll add all my people, and I will put a welcome post usually on like Saturday. After I add everybody, I'll do a welcome post. And then the next day or that evening, I will post a post about meal prep and how important it is. Then I will, I try to post every morning, early in the morning. And if I don't, then I have them writing me, hey, what's our challenge for today? And I'm like, oh, great. It's only 9 o'clock. But early morning, because a lot of people will do their workouts really early. Sorry. So who to invite? All your customers. Like I always go through my list and, customers that I know have purchased, but I haven't really heard anything from them. I'll add them to the group, or I'll write them and say, hey, do you want to be a part of this free challenge group? If you have the program, have you been able to do it? Have you tried the workouts? It's really fun and motivational to be able to be in a group where everybody is doing the same thing. So I do that a lot. And also how to get new customers in your challenge groups. So what I'll do when I start a challenge group is, besides posting like, hey, I'm starting a challenge group, in my little flyer I will go in and, hold on 1 second. Let me shut the door. Sorry, that was really loud. Okay, I will go in and I will, first I'll write a list and I'll be like, okay, who has asked me about 21-day fix? Like who's shown interest? Or people who have like messaged me in the past showing interest, I'll go in and I'll write them a personal message and be like, hey, I know you've shown some interest in this before, and we're doing a really fun thing where we're doing the 21-day fix as a group, and we're doing it in a challenge, and we have prizes, and it's motivating, and everybody will give you tips. And usually I get really good responses with that. They'll be like, sure, I would love to do that. That sounds like something I could do, because a lot of people's complaint is, well, I've started stuff before and I can't follow through with it. I don't know how to keep myself motivated with it. And that's why I tell them, hey, it's great to be in a challenge group because you have people to keep you accountable. So that's how I get a lot of people in my challenge group. Also, if you have a new coach, add them to your challenge group and tell them to actively participate, even for the prizes. Because when you have somebody doing it, then it provokes other people to want to do it. So it keeps the ball going. So everybody's like, oh, well, I got to do it. They posted today. I better post my post today. So I have added my coaches to my challenge groups for that reason, because it really gets everybody going. Plus, it's teaching my coaches, this is what you do in a challenge group, and this is how you can follow through with it, and this is how you have a conversation. So that's what I do mostly. And I'll post a whole list of all my themes so you guys can see them. But yeah, that's what I do when I start my challenge groups. Is there any other questions? Like, do you have any specific?
Oh, that was really good. So when you plan out ahead on the calendar and you have themes of the day, is there anything else that you plan into your groups? Is your daily, pretty much your daily post is just the theme of the day, or do you post?
Well, like in the end of the first week, I'll post like, hey, we're doing great. We're almost, done with the first week. How you guys feeling? Try to get people to start a conversation with that. In the second week, I'll be like, hey, we're halfway done. And then the end of the second week, I'll be like, hey, we have one more week left. I don't do a whole lot of posting, but I definitely go in and comment and like every single person who has posted a picture or a video or whatever I've asked for the challenge. And I start conversations on there like, oh, I love that. That looks delicious. What is the recipe for that? Where can I find that? But get them talking. And then I see my other customers going in and, other challengers going in and having the same kind of conversations. Okay, let me go there. Okay, go. Sorry. So it really gets people talking and but besides that, I mean, most time, unless somebody asks a question on the page, then I'll definitely respond. But I always go in and I respond to every single person when they ask a question about anything, and I always like and comment on their pictures.
Okay. I think that's really important because you're driving conversation within the group. And the more people who interact with each other, the better it is for you as the coach. When customers connect with each other and become friends, it really helps with the comment, just general participation plus accountability for those people too. Awesome. So you mentioned last week, I think, that you were going to be saving all your posts and sharing it in our team page.
Yes, I'm going to do that. And I've already started, but I just need to put it on a document where I can put it in, 'cause it's on my phone. But I've been copying and pasting all my posts.
Because Sarah's a rock star, she's going to be sharing her challenge group kind of guideline with us, which is so cool. I think that's awesome. Thank you. So it's interesting because when I look at what you've done with your challenge groups and what I do with mine, it's like night and day. Mine tend to be more like instructional. And I think some of us, I don't think I'm the only one that kind of falls into that. And instructional, I think, is good, but I think too much of it and not enough fun is people don't really participate anymore, like after week 2. So it's interesting because the way you're doing it is the way I started out doing it, and my groups were like on fire back in the day, So I really like that. I'm glad that you shared this with us. So tell me, since we have a little bit more time, so I'm going to switch topics on you real quick. But tell me how you've been getting your coaches to post on their page and share their fitness journey on their page.
Well, I've been telling them basically the only way you're going to be able to let people know that you're doing this, the only way you're going to get customers is if you're posting, because no one's going to know you're a coach if you're not posting, or no one's going to know that you're doing the 21-day fix. And it really has helped having them in my challenge groups, because I have given them, challenges to go post on your page and tell everybody how you're liking it and try to get, as many likes as you can. And so they're getting used to being in front of the video, like recording themselves and posting it. And then they have a lot of people liking their status because they're telling them, like my status so I can win this challenge. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people are starting to follow their journey. And so now I notice a lot of people who are liking their statuses are now commenting when they post a post about their fix or how they're doing or, what their results are for that week. And yeah, I have tried to tell them, I've shown them what they should post. Most of them, I need to talk to some of them probably still, or follow up with them. But I mean, they've been awesome. They've just been posting, outposting me. I need to start posting more now. But yeah, they do a great job with posting.
So the weekly activities that you have them do in the challenge for their prizes or whatever, the activity includes them posting on their public page, right?
I would say maybe 2 challenges a week, not all the time. In the first week, I didn't have them do any except for the very end on Sunday. I had them post. And Sundays are a great day to post.
Mm-hmm.
I guess a lot of people are on Facebook on Sundays because we've tried posting on other days and not have gotten as much response as we do on Sundays. Sundays are like crazy, everybody's on Facebook.
Yeah.
So Sundays are a great day to have them post like how they're doing and what they're doing. And so yeah, I've had them do that. And aside from that, like if I tell them make me like, why Wednesday? Why are you doing what you're doing? What's your motivation behind it? Dig deep. Like make me cry or make me laugh. That's what I tell them. So they'll go in and they'll put like a bunch of pictures together that are like super funny of their family or them having fun. And then I tell them use one sentence to describe it. So they'll post the picture in one sentence, or they'll do like, you know, a bunch of like sad stuff and like, you know, they're one sentence, like, this is why, this is the loves of my life. But it gets them posting on their page. It gets people seeing what they're doing. And it's not only just posting pictures of, you know, why they want to be healthy, but they're posting, you know, this is why I'm doing the 21-day fix. So people are looking at that, not just like a post like, oh, I'm doing the 21-day fix today. I just did my workout, just had my shake. And everybody's like, okay, yeah, I've seen that post a million times. But it gives them a little bit of flavor. So they see something other than just, I just did my workout. So.
Yeah, well, it creates relatability. So the person reading the post, you know, if you're telling your why, like it's not just like I'm drinking Shakeology, but this is why I'm drinking Shakeology. The person reading that is going to have a level of relatability that they don't if you're not sharing your why. It's just like with your business, talking about coaching. If you share why you're a coach and why that you're so excited about it and where you see yourself going, you're going to get a lot better reaction from people than just saying like, oh, look at me, I'm making all this money or whatever, you know. Even look at me, I'm helping a bunch of people lose weight, you know what I mean? But the minute you put a why, you give people, because they're going to think like, oh yeah, I have kids too. You know what I mean? Like there's relatability that happens there.
Right. And I've posted like my before and after before. And I mean, like you said, be real and be relatable. But I've had moms like write me on Facebook and be like, Sarah, I'm exactly where you were and tell me about this. And those are the people you guys want to keep up with. Like keep talking to them, keep them in your circle, like write them every once in a while, see how they're doing. Because when they're ready to just make that change, they're going to start that change. Then you could be like, hey, you want to join my challenge group?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Let me see if I have any more questions. I did have another question. Tell me how you are using your challenge group to recruit coaches?
Okay. Well, I have had a few that have shown interest in coaching after a challenge group. And usually I'll just go to them and be like, hey, you know, you've been posting about the 21-day fix and have you had anybody ask you about it? Or have you had anybody asking you about your results? And they'll be like, yeah, I have, you know, there's a few people. And I was like, well, you know, if you sign up as a coach and you want to continue on that Shakeology, you're going to get a discount. Plus these people who are asking you about your results and what you're doing, you'll be able to sign them up too and possibly even pay for your shake mix. You wouldn't even have to pay for shake mix monthly. But I talked to them first about that discount that they're getting with the shake mix because, you know, we're saving like $18 a month as being a coach as opposed to being a customer. So, yeah, so.
So before you, when you're talking, like, so before the challenge, when you're talking to somebody about coaching, talking to them about the challenge group, you share with them as well about coaching then too, right?
Yes. I always talk to everybody about coaching. When they first ask about it, I talk to them about coaching because most people want that discount for one. And if they can make money for doing something that they're already doing and help, and they know people, everybody knows somebody that needs help in that area and that they could help. So when you tell them, you know, this is a great program, you're going to really enjoy it. And I really think that you would be great at helping other people enjoy it, you know? And then usually they'll be like, yeah, tell me more about it. Like, what do I have to do? So.
Awesome. Okay, so did you have anything else you wanted to add before I open up the line for other people?
I don't think so.
All right, I'm going to unmute everybody. So did anybody have any questions about challenge groups? Or I know we kind of touched on recruiting coaches too.
I do.
Okay.
Do you keep your groups open for only, 3 weeks and a couple of days, or a month long? How long do you keep them open?
Me? I do 21 days. So day one, well, I do it a couple days before. So I'll add them on like that Friday night or that Saturday and have the whole group ready, and then start that Monday and then end the following Sunday. But I'll usually wait till like the following Monday to announce like the winner of the third week. So usually by the 22nd day, let's see, 22nd, 24th day, yeah, then they're done.
And then what do you do with those people? Do you put them in an accountability group, or are they just done? Do you let them join the next month?
Well, I tell them when I am going to start a new one, and if they want to join, they're welcome to. So my next one will start tomorrow. And so I'll add those people who have shown interest in starting the next group. But I do have some that have turned into coaches, so now I'm really pushing my coaches to start their own challenge groups if they're their customers.
And you give away a prize a week?
Yes, every week I give away a prize.
And
so
so
then the hippie runner headbands. I just went online and I bought like 18 Shakeology cups. I had this big old box on my door, and I bought some of those Shakeology totes too.
Those are good.
I have gone to the dollar store and bought the first time I bought a shaker cup from Ross for like $3.99. That was my first. So I am putting a little bit of money into the challenge groups, but it really motivates them to keep up with it, and I feel like it's been worth it.
And then you choose your winner based on a point system?
Yes. So they get a point or two. I'll tell them how many points were when I share the challenge, and then it's like between 1, 2, sometimes 3, or if it's like a big challenge where I really want them to participate, I will put a higher number, and if it's something that they're posting on their own wall, I'll make an even higher number. So I'll be like, you get 5 points if you post it here, but you're going to get 9 points if you post it over here, So it really gets them to want to post on their wall because they're going to be like getting those points because they want that prize.
Yeah. And then you have one prize. So are you taking if you do 3 challenges that week, you're taking the total number of points each person gets from all 3?
Yes.
Winner. Okay.
So each week I tally up what everybody's points is, and then they have the most wins.
Do you find it difficult keeping track of everybody's points?
Yeah, it takes me a little bit to sit down and try to put them all together. So I'll probably have to start asking them to keep up with their own points or post
That's what I do. They have to take care of that.
Yeah, because I have been sitting here like, oh my word. And then you have to go to their personal page and make sure that they posted that day. So if I don't start just writing down their points each day, then I'll have to start with a point system where at the end of the week all their points for the week.
The other thing I want to point out about challenge groups, you guys, is there's a search feature in each group page. So if you're on the cover, if you're looking at the cover photo of the group, right below that, there's a search bar. So if you have 5 challengers in the group, every day or every other day, go through and type in their name and hit enter, and you'll see everything that they've been involved in. If there's a post that they posted or they commented on, and that's a great way of just making sure that you're keeping track of everybody. And if somebody's not posting, that's the person you private message and just be like, hey, what are you doing? Where are you?
That's awesome. I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a search bar, and that is so handy, especially if you have a bigger group where there's a lot of people. Because what will happen is you'll get 3 or 4 that are like the go-getters and they're talking, and the people who tend to be a little bit maybe quieter can really easily fall into the background and just get completely missed. So if you're, every other day, just search everyone's name and make sure that, if they're not commenting and posting, you can message them and check on them personally.
Sarah, do you also run free groups?
Are you asking me or Sarah?
Sarah.
The clean eating free groups?
Yeah.
I have not done that yet. And that's terrible. I know. I need to do that. But I know I haven't done that yet. Just challenge.
Well, it doesn't look like you need them. So.
I do. I really do. And I need to teach my coaches how to do them. So, yeah.
The short ones are so easy to do. They're really easy. And it's easy to keep people engaged. I really like the shorter groups.
I have one more question, Sarah. Say you post your themes, do you post all 3 weeks at the very beginning, or do you post that each week at the beginning of each week? Or both?
I post daily. So they don't know what their challenge is going to be until that day. So it's kind of like, I wonder what she's going to make us do today.
Okay, so you just post how the point system works at the beginning then.
Yeah. So I'll post like, today's Tasty Tuesday. Today I want you to make a smiley face out of your food at your meal, and I want you to post it. And if you post it, you get 2 points. So then that day, when they're eating their food, they'll be like, okay, now I have to make this a smiley face so I can post it for Sarah. Yeah, that's how I get them each day. So they're like waiting to see, I wonder what she's going to make me do. Kind of gives it a little bit of mystery.
And so you post a challenge daily, and that's your daily post, and you don't do any, like what Mary was talking, instructional stuff, like.
Because I try to include meals. So if I say, like, it's Tasty Tuesday, show me a eating meal and tell me how you made it. So I'll be like, okay, can you give me the link for the recipe? Or like I'll do a Shakeology day where I'm like, okay, I want your favorite Shakeology recipe and post a picture of it. Or so like everybody is sharing something. So unless they actually ask me a question about something, I really don't have to go and write a bunch of stuff. But I do make sure to always comment on everybody's posts and like all their posts and like get everybody engaged in the posts.
And do you feel you do that right as they post, or do you do it like at the end of the day? Do you go back through and comment on all of them?
It depends on the day. If I have time, or if I see it on my phone and I'm just sitting there or not doing something, then I'll post right away on theirs and like it. Otherwise, at the end of the day, I'll go through everybody's and make sure I've liked and comment on everybody's. And I try to do that on for my coaches and my customers on Facebook too. If I see them post something, I try to get up there as soon as I can and like it, or now love it, and put a comment about, oh, you're doing great, so that they're getting that reassurance on their Facebook page as well as in the challenge group.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. And I'm going to post everything for you guys, like word for word, so you guys can just copy and paste or make your own or whatever you want to do.
Well, thank you, Sarah. I don't have questions. I'm just taking notes.
That's awesome. Yay, I'm excited for you. It's so much fun.
Oh, thank you. But you really do have some great ideas, some great, things going on. So I really like that. So thank you.
Okay, I'm actually going to have to go, but thank you so much, Sarah. I really do appreciate it. You can hear me. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, awesome. Okay, well, thank you so much again for sharing with us. It's really helpful, especially for like coaches who've been around for a while. Sometimes we get just gets boring for us. You know what I mean? Like you're doing the same thing over and over. It's like, we need to change this up. So, you know, make it more fun, like for me. So I like that. And I started my new group today. So actually, as soon as I get back here, I'm going to make my intro video for them. I still haven't done it. I've been crazy busy, but yeah, I'm going to be doing some different things with my groups too. Or my group, I'm changing it. I'm just doing one.
Mary, I have a question. It's Sabrina.
Hi, Sabrina.
Hi. Okay, so the challenge that Sarah was talking about, those are not like the free ones that we kind of get to introduce. Those are actually people who've already signed up with a program, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have any ways of getting people to add into those? Because I tried to, which has been a while, but I did kind of like advertise and message people. I haven't had any luck of getting any challengers. Is there any techniques you guys could share with actually getting people to join the group?
Do you have any insights you'd like to share, Sarah? And then I'll follow up.
Yeah. Well, I try to get customers that I already have to get into the group because I want as many people as possible that would be able to encourage everybody else. And sometimes it's nice to have somebody who's already done the 21 Day Fix or whatever challenge group you're starting so that they kind of know what to expect. But as far as getting new people, I always try to message people personally and just people that have asked or shown interest in the program before and just tell them, hey, I have this group coming up. I think you would really enjoy it. It's going to be so much fun. We do have a limited space, so I want to make sure that I give you that opportunity to get in there before I fill up because people want what they can't really have. I know that sounds terrible, but you know, if it sounds like something exclusive, then they're going to want to be more involved and part of it. They're going to be like, oh yeah, okay, I'm going to get it as soon as possible. Go ahead and add me to that group. So it kind of gets them excited about it. Like, awesome, I'm in this like group that, you know, only a limited amount of people get to do. So I'm excited. So, and I always pump it up. Always just get them super excited about the program. Be like, I can't wait to see you crush it. I can't wait to see all these crazy results you're going to get. And you're going to have so much fun doing it. And people are going to be like just so like amazed by you. And you're going to be able to inspire so many people. So I just really pump them up. Tell them how great this group is going to be. And really, when you get into the group, make it great. Like, get in there and be like, I am so excited that every one of you is here and we're going to participate in this challenge. So I try to hype it up and I try to get people who have already shown interest in it. I mean, unless there's somebody else that comes to you and it's like, hey, you know, I want to join. I mean, I know it's hard to get people in your group, so that's why I always include all, or at least extend the invitation.
Yeah. Okay, so what I would add to that, number one, and a lot of new coaches this, where they feel like, you know, maybe I can get 2 or 3 customers a month on a challenge pack, but that's not really enough to host a group at first. So you can always join up with somebody else and co-host the group. That way you get 2 new coaches together, and then together you have a full group. The second thing I would say is if you're having trouble getting people interested in your challenge, number one, I would ask, there's a few things. So the first, kind of like take stock of what you've actually been doing and how long you've been doing it. So we all know that, you know, being a product and inviting is really key to filling your challenge groups and to recruiting to the coaching opportunity. So if you look back, like how long have you been consistently being a product and really sharing what you're doing out loud on Facebook? Because that's really number one. Like you can't expect to start, you know, first week and then boom, like all of a sudden I have a full challenge. It's not going to happen. It takes time, and it takes really consistent time. That's so key. Like I can't emphasize that enough. Like it's like if you get a job Okay, so this is me. I just got a new job, right? And I show up on Monday and I like give 150% and I'm there and I'm crushing it. And then Tuesday I wake up and I'm like, I killed Monday. Like, I don't need to do jack on Tuesday. Do you think my boss is gonna be okay with that? No. Like, no matter how much I did on Monday, I still have to show up on Tuesday, right? I can't just like sleep in because I feel like I did such a great job. And unfortunately, a lot of times coaches do that with their business. They show up one day or 2 days and then they disappear for 2 weeks. So we're talking like consistent. Somebody's kid is like going crazy. Okay. So we're talking like consistent effort, right? Over a sustained period of time. And what I would do is look back over the last 2 months or so and really analyze like what you've been doing. So that's number, like, I don't know, I was numbering them, but I lost track. So anyway, that's one part of it. And that's a big part of it. That's one of those things that, you know, we have to really be honest, because otherwise you just get discouraged because you feel like, you know, like I was saying earlier, or like with weight loss, people do all the time, like, well, I ate clean for 3 days. How come I haven't lost 10 pounds? You know, well, it doesn't work like that. So we have to be consistent. The next thing I would say is making sure, like, if you've reached out to people, and like I agree with Sarah, when I invite to challenge groups, for the most part, it's through private messaging. I don't wait for people to come to me, right? Like, we have to be willing to get out there and actually invite and message people and put the time in. And it does take more time. It takes more time to do it that way. You have to, you know, have a list that you're working from and message those people and not just get right to it. You know, like, you have to talk to them and show them that you care about who they are and where they are in their lives. But if you've done that with like your say you feel, for instance, like hypothetically, a coach feels like, well, I've ran out of people to talk to, or like I've already talked to all the people and nobody wants to do it with me, then you need to find new people. So that's the next step, right? And this is one of the things that I really, and I know I'm like going through a lot of stuff right now really fast, but this is one of the things that for new coaches, it's really important. We really like push this in the beginning, like to be constantly adding to your network. That way we don't ever run out of people to talk to. And that's one nice thing about the free clean eating groups. You can add a ton of people into your network through those free groups. And then if you're consistently posting on Facebook about what you're doing and being a product of the product, all those new people are seeing your posts every day and they're now being exposed to what you're doing, and you can grow your warm market really fast that way. So I know that was like a lot, but did that answer your question?
Yes, it did. And I guess that's where I've been puzzled, is even though I've been a coach for a long time, it's mainly been just a discount coach. So I just feel it being kind of hard starting to really, I'm starting from scratch. And so I've been doing a lot of word of mouth talking, and I've been getting better at posting, but I haven't been inviting, or I haven't set up a challenge group yet because I'm just not sure yet how to do it. And I know that I have to be a product of the product, and I feel like I'm not quite there yet, but I don't want to wait to share my journey. So, it's kind of like I want to tell people like, hey, do the 21-day fix with me, but I also don't want to feel like, I don't want to really advertise it that I have never successfully did the 21-day fix.
Okay, so that's exactly, okay. So where you're at right now, what I want you to do is treat this as week 1. So I don't care how long you've been a coach officially. From the day that you start actually working your business, that's day 1, all right? So, and I've told this story many times. For me, my day 1 was about 4 months before I actually signed up as a coach, right? And so you can't, you have to really look at the start of your business is the day that you start being a product of the product. And being a product of the product doesn't mean that I have a 6-pack. It means that I put the DVD in the player, I pushed play, I did the workout, and I shared it. That's what that means. It means I shook up my shake and I drank it and I shared it, right? And it also doesn't mean like blabbing all over that I'm a coach, you need to come buy from me, because that's just going to turn people off. The way that people do this and are really successful right away, and you can start doing this, being a product of the product, and start making sales within 2 to 3 weeks. It happens a lot. And the people that happens to are people who, again, are just sharing what they're doing. So what you said, not putting yourself up on this pedestal like I'm a coach, you should come follow me, when you haven't really shared or you haven't even experienced yet some like a transformation to really share. But you don't have to wait till that to be a coach. You just have to be a little more strategic about how you do it. And what it really means is, again, just consistently every day, like I did my workout, I'm going to share something about it. And I'm going to try to pull, different things so that not every day is the same exact post with the same exact selfie, right? Like we have to learn how to be a little creative and pull things out of it. But share the triumphs, share the struggles, share the days that you didn't really want to do it, but you did it anyway. You know what I mean? And just talk about how it makes you feel and the benefits, regardless of whether you've lost weight yet or not. The weight, honestly, the weight is just kind of like a byproduct, right? For the most people, the big transformation is the way we feel inside. And so you can start sharing that right now. I've done, 3 days of the 21-day fix, and boy, those first 3 days have kicked my butt, but at the same time, I feel so accomplished. I feel like I'm doing something productive for myself, and it makes me really excited because I have little kids, and I know they rely on me, and this is just going to make me stronger. You know what I mean? You can share stuff like that, and that's what really gets people where they live, because, again, it's relatability. You're going to have moms looking at that and going, oh my gosh, like I took my kid to the park yesterday and they were running around and I was out of breath the whole time. You know what I mean? Those thoughts are going to be going through their head. They're going to relate to that.
Thank you.
I hope that helped. I don't know if Sarah has anything she wants to add on to what I said.
Well, another way I've kind of advertised almost without like me posting about the 21-day fix or Shakeology every single day is having people like my customers or my challenge group participants post and then tag me in it. So I'll be like, hey, to a customer, when you get your package, tag me in it. So I can see when you're starting, or I can see your package, and post it on Facebook. So, I mean, that kind of gets it out there too without being like, hey, I'm a coach,
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, definitely post, be a product of the product. That's definitely like a key, because you don't want to be like, hey, I'm a coach, just like Mary said, without people seeing like a day-to-day thing. Well, hey, there's Sarah, look what she did today. Or, oh, look she went for a run with her son. That's awesome. She has the energy to do that. I wonder how she gets so much energy. Well, I drink Shakeology. Hey. So, just posting it, and I always try to do something different, but I always try to hashtag Shakeology or the 21-day fix in my fitness posts so that people see, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I'm keeping up.
Awesome. I just barely had my first coach sign up today, so I will tell her to tag me when she gets her package.
That is so exciting. Congratulations.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you. I have no customers, but I have a coach.
That's how to do it right there.
Yeah, and when you get your coach on board and you start, honestly, and this goes for everyone, the day you sign up your first coach, you are a leader. Do not let anything tell you otherwise, like yourself, anyone else. Don't put that thought in your head. The second somebody says, yes, I want to be on your team, you're a leader, and you have to start acting like a leader. Okay, that doesn't mean you have to know everything at all. That is not what it means. But it does mean that I'm out in front and I'm leading the way, and I'm showing this person how to do this, because guess what? Even if today is your day one and today is their day one, you signed up ahead of them. You know a little more than they do. So, like, just lead the way and just be the coach that you want her to be. That's the biggest, like, piece of advice I could give someone, is just be the coach that you want your coach to be and show them by example. And you'll see, like, people will take, they'll take your habits, good and bad, and they'll recreate them in their own business. So make sure that, to the best of your ability, you are, especially the 3 vital behaviors, you're being a product of the product, you're inviting, and you're doing your personal development. All 3 of those are so key. But like Sarah said, have her tag you in the post and really, like, shout her out and all of that, because that's all going to help your business grow. When people see that you have a team under you, they're going to be like, oh, they take you more seriously. That's
okay.
They will so take you more seriously. That's one of the things we talked about in the Emerald group just last week was, getting to Emerald as soon as you can is so important, because it builds credibility in other people's minds. It builds it in your own mind too, but it builds it in the eyes of the people around you. You go from being like this, oh yeah, well, we'll see, there's so many MLMs out there, and there's so many people announcing every single day, like, oh, I'm selling candles, oh, I'm selling jewelry, and then there's a lot of people who jump from one to the other, to the other, to the other, and you can't keep track of what they're selling this week, right? Like, we all know people like that. So when you start doing something like this, you're going to have people out there who are just sitting back going, oh, we'll see how this goes, right? Prove them wrong. That's all I have to say about that. Just prove them wrong. How do you prove them wrong? By being upfront, out there every single day, and showing up every single day. That's how you prove them wrong.
I have 2 pages of notes. Thank you, ladies.
Good. I'm glad it's helping. Did anybody else have any comments or thoughts or questions? I know it's getting a little late here, but anyone? You're good, Sana? I don't know who else is on the phone. Sabrina? Is that Candace? No. All right, well, if nobody has any further comments or questions, I think I'm going to go ahead and let everybody go. And I want to say thanks so much for hopping on with us. I know it's time out of your night, and that is a sacrifice, but I hope that you all feel it's time well spent. And for anyone watching the recording, next time hop on live, because it's just going down, and you miss out on a lot of the action when you're not here live. You just have to you just have to watch us, right? Like, you want to get in on the action and be here live, because we have fun. And the end of our calls where we have this Q&A back and forth, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but I kind of feel like it's the best part of the call, because it's really like back and forth and ideas coming out. So I just want to thank everyone for participating, and let's make it a great month. Tomorrow's day 1 is my birthday. So let's make it Happy birthday. Month. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Plug for the birthday. Yeah, I will be 37. The big 37. Closer to 40. Oh my gosh. Can't even believe it. But yeah, so make it a great month, you guys. And honestly, like, whether it's your day 1 or it's your day 40 or it's your day 160, I don't care where you are in your business. I don't care what you've done up to this point. Tomorrow is a new day, and tomorrow is a fresh start if you make it that. It can be anything that you make it. And that's something that, like, really, it's a lot of pressure, right? Because it's like all on me to make my business and to make my life happen for me. But at the same time, it's kind of freeing, or a sense of freedom too, because It is all on me. So I'm the only one that holds me back. If I get out of my way, guess what? Amazing things happen, right? So let's make March, like if you've been struggling, or maybe, you know, you're just coming back into this, or maybe you're a brand new coach, just make up your mind that I'm going to be in it all in. Day one is tomorrow, and I'm in this to win. All month long, I'm going to show up every single day, no matter how I feel, and I'm going to crush it. You guys ready?
Thank you so much, Mary.
You're welcome,
And Sarah.
Thanks for hopping on. Thank you,
Oh,
Sarah,
thank
for
you.
sharing. Really appreciate you. All right, guys, let's make it a great week. Love you.
Bye.